Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. These two teams met in Week 1 a year ago, and that went to the Packers in a slugfest 17-9. Now, remember, they also met in the NFC title game of the 2014 season. It was the Seahawks who prevailed there 28-22 on a Jermaine Kearse touchdown catch in overtime. They'll go again with McKissick. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Run it. 12. Hooper team. 47's the mic. Down it. Bring out. Bam.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. To kick is Janikowski. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Kaiser now to throw on first down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
equalizer from the gun on third. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's Lockett. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Down right around the 25. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Shotgun.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A carry now for McKissick. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They go play action now. Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's McKissick, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll run with McKissick. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
380.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The six-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Give it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
This is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's go!
On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Come on, let's go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Nick Perry. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson operating from the gun, escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. First down, Kaiser. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. A first down throw for Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Look for signals. 14.
On first down, Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
On third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Byron Maxwell, the corner, in on the tackle. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Kaiser on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
From the red zone now, Kaiser. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Kaiser now on 2nd down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Short yardage. Kaiser steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And left side here, it's Graham. Powering his way forward. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. Extra point try now for Crosby. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Crosby on now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30.
Don't take forever, okay?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll run it here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And now Sebastian Janikowski on from a long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey, 63, that was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 2nd down throw now for Kaiser. Looking deep for Adams. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. Some guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Here's Wilson on 3rd down. And he's got Lockett. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Shotgun. Let's go, let's go.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Nick Perry in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 33-yard attempt. And Janikowski bangs it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, they're big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now Kaiser. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Kaiser now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. Oh, good agility by Cobb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, here's the run of Montgomery. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go!
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them. They run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now he'll escape to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's run!
Kaiser yet again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for two, when to go for one. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for two. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Take this one up close to about the 45. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go! Try 38!
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, Kaiser. And able to find Graham, complete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Green Bay, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.